thank you, Manny, for the nice introduction. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm Jake. I'm going to talk about the research I'm working on to make biofuel from trees as new dairy. Earlier this year, a thick layer of smoke rolled into China's capital city, turning skyscrapers into shadows and clear air into a yellow fog. It was not the first time that China experienced the serious air pollution and became the headline of the world. The smoke has many causes, including pollution from industry and heavy traffic. And since 2015, the visits of smoke became more frequent. Same thing happened in other areas, including my hometown. So when I went back home last September, the view outside my room was like this. That was a sunny day, except no one could see the sun. During those days, masks had been part of my life when I went outside. Besides polluting the environment and sacrifice the health of people, I do believe we have other pathways to develop the economy. That is the reason I'm studying renewable energy at the UW and to clean up the sky for my hometown in the future. So as a part of renewable energy, biofuel plays a big part in the future energy supply. So when we talk about renewable energy, we may think about power and electricity. All the technologies listed over here, geothermal, hydropower, wind, and solar power could achieve that target. But in fact, biomass has one advantage that other renewable energies cannot make. Because besides power and electricity, it also provides opportunities to produce physical materials, that is, fuels and chemicals. Some of you may know our daily life heavily depends on fossil fuel-based chemicals. So take a look around. You can hardly find anything that is not made from or related to fossil fuel. For example, some nylon shirts you are wearing, the bottles which are made from plastics, and the polyester made this screen. Biomass, like trees and grasses in nature, could make this replacement of petrochemicals and reshape the modern chemical industry. So next time when you think about biofuel, do not only think about gasoline or diesel substitutes. Think about biomass, bio-based foams, plastics, and lubricants. So the idea of making biofuel is similar to how we use fossil fuel, which is originally from Asian plants. My research is to facilitate the tree-to-fuel process and shorten its conversion time from millions of years to a couple of days, say within a week. Before I go into details, I would like to ask a question. How many of you have tried brew beer at home? Please raise your hand. Okay, a couple. And I believe most of the grad students have tried that. One thing I have to mention to you that is, when you brew a beer, actually you are making biofuel. All you have to do is just to put some yeast into a sugar broth from grain, and then just wait for a couple of days, the yeast will play its magic. However, it is not a very smart idea to extensively convert grain like corn into biofuels, because all these are food. Considering there are still 800 million people suffering hunger, and every year, more than 3 million children die from it, food-based biofuel should not be sustainable. As mentioned, we should limit the biofuel production from food. Besides grain, plants like trees and grasses are made from sugars too. So why don't we get sugar from them instead? The problem is plants have evolved billions of years to prevent that happen. Take tree as an example. They developed a ring structure to keep the sugars from being taken away. The structure is just like a wall. Within the wall, sugars strongly bind to each other and form into bricks. And those sugar bricks are called cellulose and hemicellulose. The bricks are further glued together with a special biocement, which is called lignin on the top. So in order to extract sugars, we need to first remove the cement. So in the lab, with the help of acid and steam, we could break down the wall and open up its structure. So as a result, the bricks become swollen and extensively exposed. Then we introduce enzyme, which is a protein work as a shovel to peel off individual sugars from the brick. As soon as we get enough sugars from plant biomass, the following process of making biofuel is just like brewing beer. As I mentioned, we should limit making the biofuel from food. Unfortunately, here in the United States, about 40% of the corn goes into ethanol as fuel every year. Yes, that's 40%. And that 40% is enough to feed the 1/4 population in sub-Saharan area for 1 year. So here, in order to distinguish the biofuel from food, we call the non-food biofuel advanced biofuel. The deployment of renewable energy is boosting in recent years. We've seen the installation of solar power plants around the United States, like these map shows, or wind farm, like these map shows. However, currently there are far fewer advanced biofuel plants running in the States. So why don't we see the increment of biofuel factories around us? This is because, frankly, I have to say, it is because of the cost. So you may wonder, how much does it cost to make an advanced biofuel? Let's take ethanol as an example. Without counting the investment return, that is assuming the biofuel company sells the ethanol without making any profits, making 1 gallon of ethanol costs $1.83. And take a look at the ethanol price last year, $1.55. So it is easy to tell, without a subsidy or even, I say, carbon tax, the current price of advanced biofuel is still not competitive in the market. So you may wonder why it is so expensive and what is the major cost to make advanced biofuel. Generally, it includes capital cost, the money to build up the new factory, operating costs such as labor, electricity, and water usage, the chemicals used in the process, feedstock, that is the non-food plant biomass collected from the farm or the forest, and others like waste treatment and management. So from this list, I'd like to everyone to take a second and think about, what do you think is the most expensive part in making the biofuel from these 5 items? So please raise your hand if you think the capital cost, the capital investment is the biggest part. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, thank you. Who think labor and other operating costs is the most expensive? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's plenty. Come on. Okay, how about chemicals? Anybody? Okay, we got 6, 5. Show me your hand if you feel like feedstock is your choice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How about waste disposal? For
Never raised my hand twice.
okay, I got most of the vote for the label because everybody believe like label here is really expensive, and I got some votes for chemicals. Actually, feedstock customers. It contributes about half of the total manufacturing cost of making the biofuel. Yes, we are now facing the challenge in finding and getting cheap plant biomass. So finding an economically feasible feedstock will be extremely important for the success of future biofuel. Based on the settings of the land and climate, different areas may have different choices for plant biomass. So here we call those plant biomass feedstock for biofuel, just like petroleum feedstock for gas. For the Middle West, the farmland can provide sufficient agricultural wastes, including residues like corn stover and wheat straw. For the Pacific Northwest, we do not have that many farmlands, but we have land and climate suitable for trees. So trees are our option. Among them, Poplar is the feedstock I would like to talk to you today. So why Poplar? So main reason is that the commercial scale biofuel production is cheap, stable, and also a large supply of feedstock all year round. And Poplar meets that requirement. So when you think about Poplar, you may have this picture in your mind. Trees 50 feet tall, growing straight up into the sky. Actually, this is a Poplar currently cultivated for solid wood industry all over the world. When I'm talking about solid wood industry, it's like lumber, plywood, and pulpwood. You may get a furniture made from poplar in Delaware. In regular tree farms, they grow in single stems for 10 to 20 years until maturity before harvest. In fact, this type of poplar is also well studied in the previous biofuels research in the past. Today, I'm going to introduce you another type of poplar, the short rotation coppice poplar. This picture shows how it looks like. Different from the trees on the left, the poplars grow as short rotation coppice are usually about the age of 2 to 3 and have a totally different appearance. So why we choose short rotation coppice poplar? First, as poplar as a woody biomass can be available all year round for biofuel production. It is highly productive and easy to propagate and cultivate. You can even grow poplars on wastelands, like those areas where the soil is contaminated even. And most importantly, poplar has high sugar content. And potentially, we can get enough sugar supplies from them. Let's take a look at how poplar grows in short rotation coppice plantation. So they are easy to propagate and cultivate. So initially, they were planted from the cuttings. Poplars are grown at very high density for 2 years to properly establish the root system. So after 2-year growth, the harvest was conducted using an agricultural machine instead of a regular forest logging equipment. This makes the harvest fast, convenient, and efficient. In the following years, the developed root system like this will stimulate the growth of the next cycle, supporting greater biomass accumulation. So after 2 to 3 years, you will have poplar grow up again. So in a 20-year lifespan of short rotation coppice poplar plantation, trees can be harvested 5 to 6 times. So the coppicing practice allows biofuel companies to get feedstock in a short time period instead of waiting for 10 to 20 years from the regular tree farm. From that, I can say poplar is a potential biofuel feedstock, but it is more realistic when it grows as short rotation coppers. So the first harvest of our short rotation coppers was done in September 2013. As shown in this video clip, the harvest machine cuts the tree right above the ground, grabs them inside, and chips them simultaneously. And this is the biomass we got after harvest. Visually, you can see it's a mixture of leaves, pieces of wood, and branches. So what are the characteristics of this poplar coppers feedstock? So to answer that question, we separate that 2-year-old poplar coppers into 4 main components: chip, leaf, bark, and branch. So here is the physical composition in dry weight. You can see the 2-year-old poplar coppers is consist of about 42% of chip, 37% of leaf, 12% of bark, branch, and 9% of bark. Surprisingly, we get almost equal amount of chip and leaf in the poplar coppers. Again, since sugar is the key in making biofuel, we want to know how much sugar do we have in each fraction. Across 4 fractions, you can see the big difference in sugar content. Particularly, the wood chip has the highest sugar content, while leaf have the lowest, only 20%. Because of the low sugar content, leaf material turns out to be a problem in biofuel production. So for all the following harvest, we remove the leaf to ensure a high quality of our biofuel feedstock. Certain types of poplars are grown here in the Pacific Northwest in 4 different sites. One in Washington, close to Everett, one in Oregon, close to Salem, and one in Northern California, right next to Sacramento, and one in Idaho. Interestingly, from all plantations, we found that different types of poplar grow differently. Some plants grow faster and larger than the others. So after 2 years of planting, you can obviously tell the difference between them in terms of the height and the stem size. Of course, we were excited about the bigger tree because they provide more biomass as biofuel feedstock, and ideally, it sounds like they are going to give us more sugar. Is that true? So in our recent harvest last November, we selected 2 poplar as our feedstock sample. One with the lowest productivity, we call it small tree, and one with highest productivity, the big tree. For each poplar, we sampled about the same amount of feedstock. We process them at the same condition with steam and acid. Then we use enzymes to release sugars as what I just mentioned. So the results surprised us that we got more sugars from the small tree than the big tree. So that is to say, when you look at the fast growing trees, this guy, you are not necessarily to get more sugars from them. Again, sugar is the key in producing biofuel. Better sugar yield means more fuel production. Turning our findings into a big picture, different poplars now can grow differently and produce different amount of sugars. The current biofuel industry is learning from us. Tree size does not correlate to sugar yield or biofuel production. So in order to lower the advanced biofuel price and make it affordable to you, biofuel companies in the Pacific Northwest shall think carefully in breeding and selecting trees not just fast growing, but with high sugar content. Again, tree size shall not be the only thing to consider. So my research makes the tree to fuel magic happen and help to make biofuel a step closer to the pump next to your door. By using renewable materials, it will help us to decrease dependency on fossil fuel and resolve the food energy concern. Let's do it together and make our evergreen Pacific Northwest ever greener. Also, I wish one day I can apply my knowledge and technology back home in China for a cleaner sky. From that, I would like to thank the support of my group and everybody in Engage. Thanks Town Hall for providing the stage, and thank you for all your attention. I would like to take the questions.